Good day, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR Solution Sports Forum. It is Tshepang Kgole together with me, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solution Sports Forum. Welcome to the show, Tshepang. It's a midday show. Could you kindly greet the viewers and then let's get going?
Yes, afternoon to the viewers out there. And yeah, thanks for having me again, Mr. Shabalala.
The news are saying Tyson Slatrai has parted ways with Orlando Pirates. Apparently initiated the move. I don't know whether it's a good move for Tyson or a good move for Pirates to part ways with him. And then he gained a lot of nicknames ever since he joined Pirates. Some will call him Maguire, some will call him Mbobo. I don't know whether you know about that one. It's like you have jammed again, Sepang. So I don't know you people out there what to take about the news that Tyson Slatrai has parted ways with Orlando Pirates. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, okay, what's your take? What do you think? Well, I don't know, maybe, but he's 32 years old, man. I don't know, but there are a lot of teams there. Marumo Gallants, Swallows. I'm sure there are teams that can sign him. So I don't know what's your take. And then, yeah, our football is so nice because it has so colorful names. Can imagine a guy is being called Mbobo because he was leaking. The goals were getting there. And then him being, likened with Maguire at Man United. So yeah, so those are the names that Tyson is carrying. So what's your take, Sepang? Was it a good move for Tyson or Orlando Pirates since they've severed ties with him?
I think when Tyson moved to Orlando Pirates, it was a good signing. Honestly, for everyone, everyone thought it was a good signing because they all thought that um Happy Kgole will be retiring and he was going to be the good replacement, and coming in there, um, even giving him the armband as well, making him captain for obvious reasons. But things didn't go well for him during his first season. I think when he was introduced in the team, things just went south. Things didn't go according within his first season. A lot of mistakes, a lot of things happened, and Happy Kgole had to be reintroduced again, and he did well for the team. He's been doing well for the team. I think that kind of mentality also, kind of shut him out, and made things very difficult for him to actually get back into the squad again. Orlando Pirates center backs actually they are doing a much better job compared to Tyson. You know, that's our Bafana Bafana captain actually. But things are not going well for him. So I think maybe with this move, for him to actually decide to actually part ways with Orlando Pirates, um, might have come as a surprise to everyone. But I think it was just that agreement of he still wants to play and he needs more game time, and maybe it's just that thing of him being frustrated of he wants to just spread his wings somewhere else and rather give an opportunity and play somewhere else than staying at Orlando Pirates, because his contract was 3 years if I'm not mistaken, and he's been there for 2 years, so he still had this season to play. But I guess they've reached a mutual agreement um with the club that he wants to be released. So just waiting to see where he goes. But Tyson is a big defender, a high profile player. Any team he can fit in literally any team. So I just wonder where he will go.
What's your take about nicknames? South Africa is a nice country with nicknames. And then, but South Africa is very interesting. A guy at the age of 32 is being touted to replace Happy Gel at the age of 32. It's very shocking.
Yeah, that's
Now,
shocking.
it's very shocking. So, what's your take about nicknames Mbobo, Maguire? Do you want to say something about it?
I mean, you're given nicknames based on how you perform, you
Yeah.
know. It's unfortunate that us South Africans are always ready to dish out the nicknames, you know. Based on your performance, you will get a nickname. So these are things that just happen. It doesn't start with him, you know. There's a lot of
Mm.
players that have nicknames, so he'll just have to be strong and carry the name with him and until he can prove himself again.
I remember Jabu Pule will kill me for this one. There was this other nickname that they gave. He said, I don't want that name. Which one was that one? One hour trainer or a
I know
drunken
what to
master, drunken master. That will kill us for this. I say, you know what? I don't want this name, drunken master.
say. The Dragon Master, yes, true.
You know, fans, they are hilarious. I can tell you that. So, say it was a good move for Tyson, good move for Pirates, isn't it? So now we
Yeah,
also know that Maludega has parted ways with Mamelodi Sundowns. I'm not sure who initiated it, but I'm very much impressed by Maludega, his maturity, his level of maturity, and the young man he's wise, you know. I'm told that he's investing. He's a very young man who's wise, who's worried about after tomorrow. And then, yeah, so do you want to say something about that one of Malulega?
yes. When it comes to Josh Madulaka, very intelligent, a human being. You know, Coach Rulani even yesterday, sang his praises all over a tweet, even on Instagram as well, showing Josh Madulaka. You know, the kind of experience that he has had, and the joy working with him as well. You know, the professionalism that comes with Josh Madulaka is actually incredible. A lot of players as well said the same thing, shared the same sentiments, you know, about him. He's forever professional. He's one player which I follow a lot, and I can see that, you know, people don't just talk, but they actually they are talking facts, you know.
Mm,
So
mm,
yeah, with him as well, 1 year left to his contract, but I guess they've reached a mutual agreement. I guess he wanted to spread his wings somewhere else, and he wants game time. You know, he
mm,
doesn't want
mm,
to just expire on the bench and not play. I mean, if we can look at the new midfield that Sundowns has actually introduced now, the signings that they have now, it's clear to say, and it's fair to say that things will be very difficult for him to actually get back on that starting 11. You know, even
mm,
with the age is not on his side. The
mm,
youngsters that they've introduced now, your Tebogo Mokoena, Sipombule as well is there, so it's pretty tough.
mm,
Players,
mm,
it's a player who understands and accepts the current state of the team and where the team is going, and he
mm,
understands the situation. So I think it was that thing of as the mutual agreement was reached, he wants
mm,
more game time and he was released out of his contract. Yes, as they said, it's a mutual agreement. So he wants to play out somewhere. He's still 32, 33 years, still a lot of time, you know, a lot of seasons ahead of him, maybe 3, 4 seasons, possibly, if he still wants to play. But he's also a high profile player. Any
mm,
team would be lucky to have him, to be honest. He's
mm,
still good.
mm,
Going into Sundowns, actually, he became more fit than all of his other seasons. He looks
mm,
good, you know, matured as well. So the experience is there. So the team will be lucky to have George Malulek at the moment.
mm, mm. Stuart Baxter is heading to the east. We are told that he may join Simba in Tanzania. We wish him good luck, and then we hope that he does well. Now, Tshepang, tell us about our Bafana Bafana. What's your take about their performance against Morocco?
Yeah,
Tshepang?
when it comes to Bafana Bafana, all I can say is this is my opinion, but this is something which I've been sharing with a couple of colleagues. You know, we feel like we're very hurt. First things first. Secondly, very disappointed as a nation. You know, this is our opinion. I don't know. The viewers out there can share their sentiments as well and their opinion. Um, we are very disappointed as a nation to actually allow our national team to keep going like this. I know we've got a coach whom we've hired and we've given the responsibility to change our current state of football, especially our national team. but it seems like our coach doesn't know what he's doing. This is my opinion, and the other people I've spoken to as well. Coach Gibbons, if people who are watching that game, people are actually engaging on social media, saying that what kind of system and decision is our coach taking? At times we understand that he wants to build with unknown players. He did say players whom are not high profile and we don't really know much of, but they've got talent. But when you look at that squad, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Not even one experienced player. The only experienced player that was featured on that squad was our goalkeeper, Ronan Williams, which showed, class is permanent. He showed himself what he was doing actually during that game. If it was someone else, maybe goals would have been going in. Just Morocco would, I don't know, won by a big margin. But Ronan Williams played a huge role in that game, and he made it and saved us and put us in the game. But our players who are playing inside didn't carry the and complements his performance. We need experienced players as well in the squad. Yes, we're building, we need youngsters, but experience counts as well. I don't understand our method of coaching. Our coach's method of coaching, I really don't understand. But we are failing, and I truly say I am truly disappointed. Safa needs to take a Dr. Kumalo even before the game. I saw I saw a video of him talking. He was at the Super Sport Studios, saying that this game won't end well. Morocco will win the game. Yes, we scored first. They said no, he's lying. Things are going otherwise. But he said no, there's still time. Morocco will come back, and which they did. He raised his frustration, saying that there needs to be change in that national team, which is true. We're ahead as a nation. Safa needs to take a stand. We're one game down, and we're supposed to just win 2 games. We're through. But by the looks of things, I highly doubt it. Anything can happen from now, and we can fail to qualify again for the AFCON, which is easy for us, actually. I would say it's an easy step for us to qualify with Zimbabwe being gone. It's a huge favor. But by the rate of how things are going, things are not going well. So this is my. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm not happy, especially with the coach. Definitely, I'm not happy.
Are you saying Pesita was not experienced because he was there?
No, Pesita, yes, I forgot to mention his name. Yeah. I'm sorry. Pesita is experienced. Ronan Williams was there. Tshepang, Lodge, yes, we could say he is experienced. Pesita as well. But when it comes to the other departments, if anyone watched that game, they could actually see what was happening in that game. Everyone was crying about one thing: we need experience in that team. Our players were all in the place. We cannot even complete 5 clean passes, which tells you a lot. At that level, we cannot say we're building. We've got quality players in this country, even outside of South African borders. We need to engage more of those players. Those players are playing in the top leagues, in the PSL, and even outside abroad. But we cannot even complete 5 passes, which says a lot. We're not running a development structure. We can't say we're developing in the national team. No. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Are you saying we need to change a coach? We have been saying that. We saw that Molefi Ntseki was changed. Prior to him, there was a coach, and that coach was changed. And then Molefi Ntseki came in, and now it has been changed. We saw what happened. The team of Sadio Mane, Senegal. They kept their coach for almost 10 years. They were patient with him. Are we saying do we need to continue to change? How many coaches have we changed now as the South African squad?
Okay, I'll give you an example. With Senegal, you should look at the players that are playing in that team. Most of them, they are playing abroad. The experience, right? Development structure is already being done. They all played in the under-21 squad for Senegal. Most of them. Then what they do, they develop them going forward, but reintroduce certain players as well, just to keep the squad healthy and competitive. and the players were doing very well. So it's a level of understanding from a young age going up. Same applies. I'll keep saying this. I'll give an example of Spain. 9 people of that national team were playing in Barcelona, and they were all 9 out of 8. Is that 8 or 7 players were in the starting lineup for the Spanish national team. Very few positions as well was from Real Madrid and other players as well. Spain did well. I mean, a club that's dominating, doing well. Majority of the players are playing for the national team. It's easy for the national coach to pick those players because they're doing well. They're clearly doing well, and they are classing a lot of players and teams at that current moment. So those are your most available players that are on form. So you pick those players as well, and then you gel in with other players. So I'm coming back with Mamelodi Sundowns. This is what people are crying about, that where are the Mamelodi Sundowns players? Half of that squad of Mamelodi Sundowns is doing well. You build around that system again. It's what even Germany is doing. Bayern Munich, half of the players are German, 5, 6 players go to the national team, and then the other players are picked from other teams. Because these are players that are doing well. You cannot say, our coach was asked the question, why isn't Jali and Tembazwane in your squad? He says that he doesn't care if they win awards, but they are still not in his plans. I'm failing to understand that question, because those are your most prominent, best players in South Africa. Why aren't they in the squad? You give it to players like Evidence Mahopa, who scored 3 goals last season in the DStv Premiership. Baroka is elevated now, but he's still in the national team. I don't understand what's our coach's intention regarding that, to be honest. I get that he's young, but he's not doing well. If you're not doing well, you don't deserve to be in the national team. You know? So these are the examples. I'm not saying that he should take the whole Sundown squad and put it there, but those players are performing, they're doing well. So why aren't they in the national team? Yes, introduce the youngsters as well. Your Dupreez from Stellenbosch, the striker from Stellenbosch, doing well, did well last season. Why is he introduced in the national team? There was one name which I was shocked. I was actually surprised not to see in the national team, but he's not there.
Are
So
we still having Dupreez for Stellenbosch or Dupreez for Kaizer Chiefs? Dupreez for Kaizer Chiefs. Now let's move on. Can you just explain what is this? Somebody was asking me, what is this United Nations League tournament? What's happening there? Just give us some news.
Okay, just to be brief, the UEFA Nations League is just a competition which killed the friendly matches of the international clubs in Europe. So with clubs going on an international break and say that they will be playing friendlies, they would rather play this new system called the UEFA Nations League. So it's a friendly competition, but which comes with rewards in terms of you win a trophy at the end of the league. It's a league at the end of the league, and you'll be rewarded. It's that's just how I can put it. So they don't call friendly matches anymore, but you are playing in the UEFA Nations League. So when players go on a FIFA international break, so the Nation League is just being scheduled. So it just makes teams to become more competitive because they're playing for something, you know, just not just a friendly match. But friendly matches come when maybe the World Cup gets close or the Euro competition gets close, then clubs can play their friendly matches. They say it's the friendly match. But in between, when international breaks, they play this competition. It's more friendly matches, but in a competitive way. Let me put it that way. So it's a lot of clubs in Europe that are involved. They've just added a lot of clubs, and they just play it out until whoever wins the league.
Now, the question is, does it contribute to the FIFA ranking? Is it considered as a serious tournament? And the Ronaldo wins that cup and it's going to be added. Daniel Vess is not there. If he was there, was it going to add and say 44 cup that he has won or 43 that he has won?
Yes, yeah, it is considered a big competition, you know. It's the World Cup, it's the Euros. I think then comes the UEFA Nations.
Mm,
But a lot of people don't take it serious because they say the same thing. It's more of typical friendly matches, but they're just being made competitive. That's it,
mm,
you know.
mm,
The first
mm,
team to win it was France, then Portugal won it recently, and now
mm,
they're playing it again. It's coming for the third time. So yeah, it's just a competition that's there, but you just win the trophy. I'm not
mm,
sure what other rewards, but yeah, the trophy and other things I think that come with it. But it does contribute to the FIFA rankings. I mean, you
mm,
are playing international at the end of the
mm,
day, so
mm,
there are points in terms of the FIFA rankings and stuff going forward. But yeah.
That was the question that I was asking. Why is it called friendly, FIFA ranking? I mean, if it contributes to it's a serious tournament as far as I'm concerned. If it contributes to the league, I mean the rankings and for me it's a serious tournament. I don't know because I mean if it was really a friendly, it's we are just passing time. It's a leisure time. Why should it contribute to the rankings? Because rankings are important, especially during the draws for World Cup. You see. So yeah, that is why I'm asking that question, because no matter what, they can say it's a friendly, but as I say, if it comes to FIFA ranking, it counts, and FIFA rankings we know how important they are. All right, so I don't know. Do you want to clarify that?
Yeah, it does. It does. All I can say is it does contribute to the FIFA rankings. Every game that's played internationally, there are points
Mm,
towards that in terms of
mm,
the countries, you know,
mm,
matching
mm,
towards that. So
mm,
yeah, it
mm,
does. But it's a good tournament. I would say mini tournament to watch as well. You know,
mm, mm, mm,
there's more games. It's just that the only problem is the players complain that in terms of the match loads, you know, they also get tired. Well, they are tired. They should be resting now, but they still playing. But
mm,
it's
mm.
actually done now this week, so the players are on holiday. So yeah, it's just one of those competitions.
But somebody once said, you know what? When footballers rest, you know, it becomes a bit of a challenge, if they rest too much. So sometimes they don't need much rest. I don't know what's your take on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's within their nature, you know.
Mm,
They as well don't want to rest for long. I
mm,
mean, I
mm,
saw Sergio Ramos was back
mm,
in training again. He'd been on
mm,
holiday for I think 2 weeks. Then he said
mm,
he's back in training. You
mm,
know, yes, he's
mm,
resting, but he's also training as well. So it's within their nature as well that they don't want to rest for long. I
mm,
mean, players overseas love the game, so they take it
mm,
very seriously. You know, when they rest
mm,
for long, feel like something is missing, they just want to go back again.
mm,
So,
mm,
but it's good for them to rest. They should
mm,
rest. Their bodies, they takes a lot. You know, a whole year of football, it's a
mm,
lot mentally, physically. The body needs to recover and rest. But
mm,
with them, just a few weeks, then they want to bounce back and get back out there, which is a good thing. Luckily, they've got good doctors that side, you know. The technical team is very, very good. The technical teams are very good that side, so
mm,
they're able to manage the bodies well of these
mm,
players.
mm, mm. Yeah, as I say, it all depends. How do you see it? You remember I was with Paige at some point. He was telling me that science has improved. Science has shown us something different. That is why probably the players want to play week in, week out, So, yeah, but what have you seen so far with the games at this, what you call, the
Nations League.
UEFA Nation League? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of teams. I'm just monitoring the teams that will actually give us good competition in the World Cup. Um, the likes of France, yeah, defending champions. I'm not really convinced at the moment, inconsistency, but maybe by the introduction of Benzema, maybe things might change, since Giroud is not the number one striker anymore, Benzema is back in the mix. Spain as well, very closely. It's playing with a lot of youngsters, It's playing with a lot of youngsters, and as well as I've been watching Netherlands as well. It's been doing good. Building as well. It's good. But I've been watching South American games more often because of Brazil has been doing very well, very, and Argentina as well. Argentina. It's one country which a lot of things, a lot of people are talking about actually. Thing there. It might be early, but Argentina looks good.
What's your take about people who are saying, Argentina was they look like a team that can match. Remember, it was said the Barcelona of what's the name again? Pep Guardiola was the best Barcelona of all time. I don't know whether you remember that.
Yes,
it was said it was the best Barcelona of all time. So yeah. So do you agree with that?
Yeah. Maybe in terms of trophies, yes. For now, they achieved a lot under Pep. But even Luis Enrique did good. He won the Champions League as well with Barcelona. That squad was good as well. Your name was one. It was a good squad. It's just that with Pep, at that time, he won a lot of trophies during his time, and Barcelona was dominating Europe at that time. It was their time. But at that time, for now, yes. I'd say Pep and Luis Enrique, Barca was good that time. But Argentina now is doing very good. That's one team. It's tough, but I see it will be incredible if Messi wins that World Cup. They look good. At July, out of all the teams that we're watching, Argentina look very good. It's number one on the list. So, but it's the World Cup. Anything can happen. And that competition can cause an upset. But Argentina for now, for me.
Argentina for now for you.
Yeah, that's the number one.
Yeah, but for people to say that at that Barcelona, for now I don't agree. They are looking good, but I cannot compare them with Barcelona. The difference that I've seen with this Argentina, I think PSG players are learning. There's a whole lot of love towards Messi. There's a whole lot like we owe him, all right? Some have already, been vocal about it that, if we win here, I don't feel like I would have won it. I'll not be happy for myself, I'll be happy for Messi. All right. So it's like that feeling, there is love, and then it shows good performance, and then he's the center of attraction. He's the one who generate everything at all times. So yeah, I don't know. So it looks like PSG should learn from there and take some notes, and then probably they can see how can they use Messi. Remember, he's going for the last season now. It's going to be the last season. After that, he's gonna be a free agent again. Now let's go to the Messi special. While I'm still there, very interesting. There is what you see on television, and they say who's the best. The interview coaches and former players. and then to say who's the best between Messi and Ronaldo. And guess what? Sometimes they always bring Ronaldo to talk about himself. And Messi is not even given that opportunity to talk about himself. But you know that Messi is not going to say he's the best. Only Ronaldo can say that. All right. And then all the time, Messi beats him there, you know. And then you look closely who are supporting Messi. Messi and Ronaldo. Ronaldo is largely those who played with him. Others confess and say, you know what? I've played with Ronaldo. I'll lean towards him. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let's go to the Messi special. I was introducing that subject. Yeah. Now, one of the people that surprised me this time, who talked about Messi, is this one. I didn't expect this one to come from him. You know, Zinedine Zidane. Can you see this?
Yes.
Zinedine Zidane. But that's the truth, man. Sometimes, you know, truth will come. It will come out. He says Messi is the most complete player I've ever seen. He's the best passer. He's the best finisher. He's the best player. You know, I don't know. Now, coming from Zidane, so he tells me that, you know what, the denialists have come to realize now that, you know what, we cannot deny it anymore. What's your take about that one?
Yeah, I know it's true. I mean, only the best can recognize the best, you know. He is complete, though, but this is something which everyone knows. He can do everything. Yeah, he can do everything. So there's no denying this, to be honest. It's very complete, very complete.
And remember, Messi, when he grew up, he said the only player that he asked for his T-shirt is Zinedine Zidane. You know that?
Yes.
Yeah, and Messi used to look to Ronaldo, the Brazilian.
Yes.
All right. And the Brazilian Ronaldo was asked, is Messi the best player? Said yes. Best player of all time? So of course. Very interesting. You know what? Pele is one of those that say sometimes will be on the fence, Ronaldo. But I understand if I were Pele, I would also do that. You know why? The only record, or only of the few records that Messi has never broken of Pele, and I don't think it will break it, is winning the World Cup 3 times. But if you look, he has broken almost all Pele's records. So it's a natural reaction. The man who's challenging your throne, you have been the king of football all along. Now look at this picture, a total footballer. The greatest playmakers, you have Xavi and Zinedine Zidane. And then in common, it's Messi, all right? Playmaker. The greatest goal scorer, you have Pele and Cristiano. In common, you have Messi. And then the greatest dribbler, you have Maradona and Ronaldinho. In common, you have Messi. So what's your take? A total footballer. Tshepang?
Yeah, he fits in anyway. That's why.
Yeah. And guess what? I remind you, Ronaldo is not on this side.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well. Yes. Okay, I'm saying Ronaldo is not on the side of the playmaker. He's not on the dribbler of the year. All right, but the best dribbler. So Messi is the only one who's on that side of the coin. He's a genius, man. He's a genius. Can you see this one, Tshepang? I hope you can see it. I hope the viewers can see it. You know, Lionel Messi, during the final ASIMA, all right, this was his performance. I don't know whether I've done this, but if I've done it, you'll pardon me. Most assists, most key passes, I'm sure I've done it. Most dribbles, most duet won, most ratings, and man of the match. And go back to Ronaldo in the tournament that he won. Has Ronaldo won a major tournament, the man of the tournament? I want Tshepang to come in on this one because I doubt he has won the UEFA Man of the Tournament, and Messi, I think, has done 4 already. Okay, inclusive of the World Cup, if 2 World Cup Men of the Tournament. So it's Lionel Messi. It's Lionel Messi. You know, he's a genius, whether you like it or not. You'll have to come to a point whereby you admit that this man is unstoppable. Last born, are you there? Okay, no, it's fine. I see that we are still having a problem, but nevertheless, I'll share with you the Messi Special, as I was doing the Messi Special already. Yeah, you know, look, Messi last won, I mean, Argentina, okay? No, I don't think you see this. Let's see, yeah, I don't think you see this. Bafanas, how are you?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, okay. I was saying, you tell me whether you agree or disagree. Ronaldo has played a number of international tournaments. I don't remember him winning the man of the tournament. I think Messi has done 4 already. He has done 2 World Cup as the man of the tournament, and then I think in 2 what you call the Copa America. Do you any knowledge of Ronaldo winning the man of the tournament?
No. He doesn't have. The only time Portugal reached the final was the Euros in 2016
Mm.
when Portugal won the Euros, but he was not the player of the tournament.
So, man of the match, the major tournament. Any knowledge?
I remember it was the World Cup. I think the 2018. Yeah,
No,
when they played against.
I'm saying Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes. It was 2018 when they played against Spain. In the 3-3 draw when he scored a hat-trick. Yeah, that's the tournament I remember. He was player of the tournament. I mean, man of the match in that match, but I can't recall other ones, to be honest.
You see, with Messi, we don't even search, man. It's a usual occurrence, you know. If he doesn't win it, it becomes a shock. It becomes a scandal. Messi was not playing well. So they last won the final Asima in 1993 with Maradona, and again in 1993, again in 2022. Lionel Messi is a GOAT. Eh? You know what Peter Jury said? Peter Jury said it's unfair to have 2 greatest players from one country. Eh? You heard it?
Yeah, I heard
it. Yeah, that's Peter Jury. It's unfair to have two great players from one country. All right, Lionel Messi and Maradona. So yeah, that's Lionel Messi for you. Now I want to show you something when I do the Messi special, so that maybe you know I want you guys to understand what this guy is capable of. There is one that I want to share. I'll tell you now. No, not this one. Yeah, so these are some of the things that I want people to understand when I say this man is a total footballer. He's a genius. He's a genius of all time. Yeah, Tshepang, what do you want to say?
Yes. For the images, yeah, but can you hear me?
I can hear you quite well.
Yes. Yeah. So when you're saying when it comes to Maradona and Messi.
No. Well, Maradona and Messi, well, we don't even debate that one. Yeah, I was saying, what do you say to the statement of Peter Jury to say
yes,
it's a bit unfair to have 2 greats from one country? You know, it makes it a mockery out of the whole thing. What happened to the other countries? And the other thing that I don't know whether you have observed it, which I observed, I'm sure you also observed it. You know, the Brazilian players, né? They don't what you call, they hate each other with the what you call, the they hate each other with the Argentinian, okay? But funny enough, the Brazilian players, they love Messi. I don't know if they've noticed that.
Yeah, I think Brazil, there's a lot of competition there.
Mm, mm,
I think that's why it comes a point where there's a lot of hate because of there's a lot of brilliant players there, and they are cocky individuals. You
mm,
know, Brazilians are very cocky, and they always try and show the world that they are the best, in the world. So I think that's the case with them. They
mm,
compete amongst each other. I mean, when we also that fight that happened last week between Richarlison and Vinicius Jr. at
mm,
training, that are circulating,
mm,
over the in social media.
mm,
Apparently, Vinicius Jr. told his teammate that he's very overrated and he will never win the Champions League
mm,
because he's playing for a lower league team in the Premier League.
mm,
And Vinicius Jr. won the Champions League. That's what he told him.
mm, mm,
So, it's a level of cockiness,
mm,
for them competing amongst each other.
mm,
But
mm.
they are quick to praise and give praise to other players outside of their nationality. So yeah, I don't know, but this is how I see things.
No, you know what? For me, it's a mutual, not necessarily mutual respect. It's an, you know, unsolicited respect for Messi. They love Messi. You know what? Some of them, they even wish that he wins the World Cup. They don't want to verbalize it. We know that Neymar has said it, although sometimes I really doubt that really Neymar loves Messi or he competes with Messi and hide it with showing a lot of affection towards Messi. All right, that's me. That's me. Uh, for me, that's very strange. There is a competition between two countries, but all of them they love Messi. Remember, I told you what happened last week when Banucci, after they went to the air with Messi, and then he knocked Messi. Messi was down. When he realized it was Messi, did you see his facial expression? It was very apologetic. It was like he made it a very serious mistake. How can I do this to the best player in the world? Last one, thank you very much. I don't know whether you've seen our numbers has increased, and thank you very much. Yeah, so there's quite support. I really appreciate. Last one, thank you very much. May you kindly bid the viewers farewell.
Yes, thank you to the viewers out there. Yeah, for the continuous support, and we'll continue to grow and continue to being ourselves and share as much information as we can on this platform. And yeah, um, good luck to Bafana Bafana again during the next game. We hope they do well and make our nations proud, and we expect better results from them.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from the Big R or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things, lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems.
we in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people that don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are least taxed, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.